between... I'm gonna see right away. Okay, so we're going to be going into game number three between fuNny and zancco. It's going to be another PvZ. So zancco is going to be the blue Protoss at the right location. His opponent is going to be fuNny at the left location. Was fuNny not playing mostly Protoss? If I remember correctly, he used to play Protoss. So maybe he's a race picker or... I don't know. Anyway, guys, let's make a very short test. It's Heartbreak Ridge. What do you think the score is? I mean, I can put it down, but I think it's self-explanatory. So it's going to be game number 3. So these guys are 1-1, and we got a pylon of the natural, and okay, we got overload from fuNny. So, considering how this has been, this is the third game, we haven't been able to see the first and the second game. It's a little bit hard to tell how well these guys fought in the previous games. We do see that the probe is about to get to the forge. Wait, the forge was laid down even before I think the probe would have scouted the natural. So this was an instant, like instantaneously going for the forge from zancco. That's something weird. Pylon block? Not so far. I mean, I don't know, because the thing that surprises me a little bit is you usually don't want to put the forge until you scout this location, right? Once you scout it, then you can decide whether you want to go for the next side, nexus or not. Okay, so the pylon block is there, but the drone does get through. What? I thought you could actually block this with a pylon. That was a little bit of a... Well... Okay, so a pylon block on the natural, and 500 minerals, and another 300 minerals, 400 minerals. So fuNny is not doing as well as True Dutch probably in this situation. But, nevertheless, we got 6 Zerglings coming up, and we got a probe already watching for the temples. Overload taking some damage. Okay, so the Zerglings are going to go after the probe. Wow, and they're gonna get it like instantly. And at the same time, we do see that zancco, not yet taking his gateway, has only 1 cannon. Now 6 Zerglings. Okay, with this, I think they can still run through. You'd probably be able to save 2 to 3 Zerglings to get into the main. Now, at the same time, we do see double expansion from fuNny. So, and I guess. Okay. Oh, and some probe block, actually. So, zancco is actually quite concerned about this maybe run by. Still keeping 3 probes in here. I mean, until the Zealot is out, you still would have to keep the 3, so it's actually quite of an investment from zancco. Now, the first 100 gas is not gathered yet, so we're gonna have to see once it is, if it is going to be for very fast layer or fast, or maybe speed. So far, nothing yet. Yeah, still nothing. Interestingly enough, I mean, you could delay the layer for a little bit and then basically put a hydrogen, I guess, but you'd have to make sure that the probe cannot get back to see it. Okay, there's the layer. So basically just delayed. Still with 1 cannon, and it's just a little bit funny to have this kind of position and have to defend it with so much. Oh. Well, that happened. Okay, so even if the probe does see it, these organs can still get through. And now, that cannon is too far to actually block this. So the Zealot and some probes are going to come back here. Oh, well, actually with the Dragoon, if you don't have speed with the Zerglings, the Dragoon most likely can deal with this relatively easily. Oh, but it's not doing that. Oh. Oh, some probes. Get back to work. Get back to work. Unfortunately, this is actually something that I think is pretty bad for Zancco, because he does get the Citadel scouted. So, fuNny does know what the follow-up is going to be for Zancco. And, I mean, even though these Zerglings didn't actually do anything, still bad. Now, fuNny doesn't have really that much of an economy going for him. He's still on 3 hatcheries. He didn't put hatchery number 4 or 5 yet. He does have actually the minerals for it, so there we go. 1. He needs to do that relatively fast, because if he doesn't get that relatively early production... Oh, 2 Zealots actually wandering in. Are they gonna get any more? Yeah, they seems like they're gonna actually get some drone kills. Ooh. Ending the mining time. This is not going well for fuNny. I mean, it's just 2 Zealots walking in, killing some drones. He's forced to make a lot of Zerglings. Oh, he's attacking the temples. Okay, so these Zealots are gonna get cleaned out, and Zancco's gonna go back. He's not gonna try to push this with just a few units. Makes a lot of sense. He's going for DTs and High Templar, some cannon in the main. It's a little bit all around the place. I don't know how much damage you can do with something like that, and fuNny is going to get some defense as well as detection, it seems, yeah, on both of his entrances. So he's not going to be able to do much with just 1 DT. And at the same time, he doesn't really have like a massive production to try to attack really fast. He might be able... Maelstrom. Well, that's curious. I like that. I really, really like that. If you're able to actually use a Dark Templar, you usually do that. If you can't, you can just make a second one and get a Dark Archon. And a Dark Archon is always something problematic for the Zerg, no matter how you look at it. Oh, one Scourge dies, the other one gets away. So we got 1 Archon. The DT, yeah. Okay, gets attacked, gets the hell out of there. There's no point. There's 1 drone kill, nothing really spectacular, but better than nothing. If he gets Dark Archon... Oh, they're the Mutas. And we got 1 cannon main. Not really anything in the natural, although he does have Archon and High Templar. He's only now getting Storm, which means he's not going to have Storm when the Mutas arrive. And there's 9 of them, so... Alright, there is the Dark Archon. Bear in mind that you're still gonna need 100 energy to actually land the Maelstrom. So he's gonna have to just basically buy time with the Archon until the Dark Archon is finished, and then get the 100 energy to get that shot. Now bear in mind he's losing a lot of other units while this is happening. Oh, is the Dark Archon gonna get revealed? No, not yet. I mean, although it's nice to get a Maelstrom right now and kill all these Mutas, bear in mind that while he's losing constantly probes. So, I don't know if the DA is worth it right now. 80 energy, and I think with that he might have seen the Dark Archon. Yeah, he definitely saw it now. Look at that. Look at how many kills. Oh. I mean, again, nice that you go for this, but look at how painful every second that passes and you keep losing probes while this is going on. Ugh. Yeah, look at the mineral line. Okay, now you have 100 energy, and the meter is gonna go to the other area. Yeah, it's 100. If I say 150, just a mistake. Yeah, it's 100. No, I said 100, but he had only 50 when he starts. So it's nice that you got this, but you're on 31 probes against actually only 38 drones. It's not really that bad. Yeah, that's weird. I think fuNny was concentrating on his mutas so much and producing at the same time just Hydras that he didn't really drone properly. He is going to be taking another base right now, so after that he definitely needs another round. Now, I love the idea of a Dark Archons. I just think that it's going to be extremely difficult to pull it off. Especially after you lose so much economy in the early stage of the game. Now, we have a little bit of a downtime. DT tries to get something. He gets only one kill, it seems, so nothing really big. Oh, there is the Dark Archon and a Storm. Okay, so that's nice. That's nice. I mean, definitely a nice move. But yeah, there's a massive Hydra force. Yeah, it's actually massive. There's a massive Hydra force that's going to be going to the natural. Now, because there is still no lurker aspect, as far as I know, not even range, these Hydras can be stormed to oblivion. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Those are really good storms. Now you still need more, but those were really good storms. And if you actually land a few of them on the retreat, ooh, yeah, losing that Archon didn't really look good. fuNny is bleeding a little bit too many units, I would say. Like, he's still ahead. He's got a fourth, and he's gonna be able to actually. Well, I mean, zancco basically doesn't have a third. He doesn't have too much of a way to getting it. But even in that situation, zancco basically can't really move out too much of his base, and that's, I think, the biggest problem he has right now. I think at this moment is usually when the Protoss is the one being a little bit aggressive and the Zerg is the one trying to be defensive with maybe lurkers or some defense. But because of how this game went and how much economy was lost due to these early Mutalisks, hard. So, okay, these units are a little bit confused about what they want to do. But, yeah, while all this is happening and zancco is basically defending, fuNny is just going to take another base. So it's basically going to be 5 bases against 2. Now, it would be really surprising if in that situation zancco can win the game. But, I mean, he does have some army. He has a good amount of High Templars. They have a decent amount of storms. So far we don't have any lurkers. So if the engagement happens in a very narrow area, all of these Hydras can get evaporated. Okay, so zancco is moving out right now. He's going through the top, which I find interesting. Okay, so DT probably not going to be able to do anything here either. Yep, this is gonna get. Oh, is it gonna get out of range of the? Yeah. So it seems like fuNny didn't actually realize that the DT went in there, so it can go back to try to kill some drones, which I think is pretty desperately needed for zancco at this moment. And fuNny, I mean, he's not only taking a lot of bases and a lot of the map. At the same time, he's being really efficient at constantly knowing where the army of zancco is, with these Hydra and now with Lurkers, I'm not really sure that zancco can find an opening to get himself back into this game. Even if he does get the third without too much trouble, it's going to be quite tricky considering how many... Oh, the double Maelstrom and the Storm. There we go. Double Maelstrom, Storm. Very good trade. Oh, actually, I don't think this is a good idea from fuNny. He is going to be between cannons. Yeah, you don't really want to be doing that, mate. Ooh. Now that's one way to get back into the game. zancco's at 151 supply against 127. And this DG is still not doing anything though, but... Okay, that's not a good idea. Pushing up this ramp might be a little bit too costly for zancco, who is still on 2 bases. Even this one is finishing, he's still on 2 bases. Okay, so... Oh, this army actually might... this army might actually win the game. I mean, it's really weird to think it, but... Because of that massive loss of Hydras more than once, now breaking through this position, I don't think fuNny can save this base, because if he tries to save this base, he's going to have to go through a very narrow choke, and he's going to get stormed into oblivion. Also, most of the High Templars did survive, so it's not like they died and you don't have the Storm. At the same time, we do have one more High Templar full of energy with few cannons. One Dragoon really doesn't matter, but the Storm and the cannons definitely does. I don't think these... I mean, this is a pretty big force, at the same time is definitely well upgraded, but trying to break it is going to be very expensive. And even... Ooh, wow. Yeah, I mean, he still can break this, but is there more units in here? Actually, zancco doesn't have any units here. Whoa. So he is going to lose the third. And while he is losing the third, and he did evacuate most of his probes, the fourth from fuNny is also getting ransacked. There's no lurkers here, so it's basically Zerglings against Archon. Actually, one Archon, or 2 Archons, and Dragoons. But this fourth is dead as well. So this game is going back to 2 base against 3 base, which actually, like, almost no base against... Well, yeah, this like still has minerals in his main and natural. So if this goes to the really late stage, I do think that zancco is going to be much more pressed to get back another base. And we do even see some lurkers probably going to try to just get here and kill the probes. But they might get there so late, there's like no minerals left there anyway. Oh, we got a Maelstrom. And actually Stormy for Hydras at this point when you really need this army. Maybe, but zancco really, if he really wants to keep pressuring this, attacking in this position, I think he really needs to back off and reinforce, because if he loses this army, he's dead. Oh, Dark Archon goes down. Oh, that's sad. I really love Dark Archon. Okay, so yeah, the Lurkers are gonna come back, and they're gonna kill the probes. Yep, they're gonna kill the probes. And not all of them, but there's nothing to mine anyway, so... And we got the Swarm, but there's nothing in it. And is it going to be Storm on the mineral line? Of course, everybody loves a good Storm on the mineral line. But there's nothing left. Yep. And Sunkens and Swarms and the Zerglings are going to clean this up. 1DT killing the Filer Mound. Actually, there's 27 drones against 41 probes. So there's more probes than there are drones, but they don't really have anywhere to mine. So they're all like kind of stuck in this. Actually, there's a little bit more minerals in here, but yeah, you're still going to be long distance mining as zancco. So he doesn't really have too much of a good way to rebuild his army. Oh, so it seems like zancco has decided that he's gonna try to take this base. Unfortunately, an overlord already scouts it, and fuNny is gonna go there, right there. I mean, if you put the gateway here and the cannons behind, that might have been a better idea. Although then, yeah, then you can't actually get the probes in there, so... Okay, so this is gonna hold for now. And the DT is gonna kill probably, yeah, that. So that DT has been really efficient. And interestingly enough, fuNny is actually down in supply right now. This is mostly zealots though, so... Oh, and the Dark Arc, the DT is still going to be able to kill the Lurker. This game is really going strangely. I mean, I would normally believe that fuNny should take this game relatively easy, but... I mean, he's down like almost half the supply. His mining is pretty much non-existent. Oh, a storm dropping. Well, now that's gonna hurt, but there's actually... Ooh, Scourges. Gonna get it? Gonna get it? Yeah. How many drones do we have? We have still 23 drones, so mining is still possible to be resumed. At the same time, these lurkers are getting killed, so the 750 minerals can get mined. That's... I mean, this is a very weird game because neither player has really that much of an economy going for them. And zancco does have the bigger army, but its army is not really efficient, so... I'm just trying to think who can get the better end of this. I still think that fuNny probably should win this, just because it's going to be very difficult for zancco to try to break these positions. I mean, even if he kills this base, losing those units is going to be really bad for him, so... I don't know. Oh, actually, still Archons in here? zancco's... He might still get it. He might still win. It's gonna be hard, but... There's the Nexus. So finally zancco gets enough minerals to get a Nexus. Now he should probably start transferring his probes as soon as these minerals are gone. He still can't mine anything, so at least having them there already is probably better than trying to transfer them later on. And with this base gone, there's still money actually left for fuNny in his main and natural, while until this Nexus is finished, there's still not going to be an economy for zancco. So zancco is pretty much dried. He has a few units, he's running around with them, he's trying to make something happen with them. If he loses those units, he's basically dead because he's not going to be able to counter anything in here. So, okay, fuNny's taking another base, his fourth, again. And is he going to try to break this? I mean, he should probably try to get it. Oh, wait, he lost his Defiler Mound. He's only now rebuilding it. I was thinking that with the Defiler Mound, this should probably be relatively easy to break before storms were here. But because he lost it, yeah, he's not going to be able to. Okay, so Nexus is about to finish. And fuNny, I mean, it's so weird because with the Nexus finished, I think zancco might have slightly better economy because the amount of drones that there are anywhere. Oh, hold on a second. Are we gonna get a lurker drop on this location? Because that will shut down this mining at least for a while. Oh, no. Don't lose that overload. Oh, and the observer goes down, so no detection for that lurker. And probably no detection for this one either. Come on, fuNny. Yes. Don't lose sight of that overload. That overload is basically what's gonna win you the game. Oh, don't lose it. Don't. Oof. And the pain. Oh, pain. Oh, 18 kills. And 7 kills and 21 kills. Well, that's zancco's supply lead. and the instant GG after losing his probe line. Well, that was close, but yeah, that lurker drop. I mean, I have to say that's pretty smart by fuNny to remember that, to just say, okay, you probably don't have any money. I just drop you there and GG.